Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. As we just wrapped up our varsity contest, our junior varsity contest, I should say, and we are about ready to start things off here in our varsity contest. Our junior varsity contest, a very well-played game, 48-34. The A-Town Tornadoes picking up the win. And now we'll see if the A-Town Tornadoes will get that lucky here tonight in the varsity contest. And as I talked about during the junior varsity game quite a bit, there's just a lot of buzz going around here about just how good this A-Town team could be this season, as long as, you know, the things, you got to avoid the injuries, got to avoid a lot of different things in the game of basketball. But you certainly are going to have your hands full here, because you're going to be playing against some very talented kids from Pleasant Plains as they make the trip over from the Springfield area. And a lot of guys are actually from the junior varsity team, or actually on the roster for this game as well. So, I mean, that could either go, it could go one of two ways. It could be they could be tired, so they may not shoot as well, or they may have a feel for the rims here and how things go. So maybe, just maybe, that'll give some of those guys that we saw, Cooper Schallenberg, Braden Pappas, who was really good in the JV game, maybe he's still feeling it. Maybe he comes into this contest and plays really, really well. So it's going to be an excellent contest here as we get ready to go here. I believe we did our national anthem before the JV contest, so I don't think we're going to have another national anthem. I could be wrong. Certainly could be. It wouldn't be the first time I was wrong. But you know, we shall see. Let me see if that updated the scoreboard. I believe it did, as the A-Town school song is playing. Good crowd on hand here, as you can see some folks in attendance. This is the home opener for the A-Town Tornadoes. First time getting to be here as at TSSR, excuse me. And my apologies, I am currently pulling up the app that I'm going to be playing with here, trying to keep score and try to keep stats as best I can. But let's get it on here. This is going to be a great contest. I'm so excited for this. Pleasant Plains, they've got some talented kids out there. Let me see if I can see the starting lineup for A-Town. It looks like we are good to go. Well, I'm missing one. I'm getting one wrong here. I had number 14, and it's number 13, Andrew Fouch. So there we go. Andrew Fouch and now Alex Fouch. Alex Fouch was really good in the junior varsity game for A-Town, and I assume it's his brother, Andrew, in the starting lineup. We'll get to the A-Town starting lineup once they are announced, but the starting lineup for the Pleasant Plains Cardinals will be, let me see if I can pull up my roster sheet that I have here and look down. Michael Carter is number 5. He will be out there. He is number 5 right there on the right side of your screen. Number 2 is Grady Grisham. Number 20 is Owen Johnson. Number 4 is Cooper Schallenberg, who we saw in the JV contest, and that kid sitting back, it is number 25, and that's Liam Hatfield. So there's your starting 5 for the Pleasant Plains Cardinals. And they will be announced here as we speak. Grady Gresham. I think we're good, though, on the A-Town side. Cooper Schallenberg. Michael Carter in there as well. This is where I'm going to be playing with my laptop here for a second as I try to. All right, so with that being said, I had that right there a second ago. All right, let's get to it. As the A-Town Tornadoes are being announced, their starting lineup will look like this. Number 2, Dre Anderson being announced. Number 3, sitting right next to him, Kellen Hook. who's a very, very good football player as well. So Kellen Hook, a multi-sport athlete there. Carter Redfern, also a pretty good player there on the football side. Number 13, Drew Fouch. That was the only name I had wrong in my starting lineup. I guessed what their starting lineup was going to be, and I was almost right. I got 4 or 5 right. Asa Stiegel, number 24 in the senior. Stiegel. All right. And we are good to go. Pleasant Plains. Their starting lineup, number 2, number 20, number 4, number 5, and number 25. 2, 4, 5. I have number 13. That's not the case. 2, 4, 5, 20, and 25. There we go. We got it all. Tip-off is won by Pleasant Plains, and let's play some basketball here as bringing it up the floor and setting it up here. Pleasant Plains, top of the key, Michael Carter. Kicks it left wing, 3 on the way for Pleasant Plains. Schallenberg, that one is no good. Offensive rebound, Carter put back up and in. And that's how this one gets underway as the Cardinals have a 2-0 lead off the offensive rebound. 2 points there for Michael Carter. Got the scoreboard up and running to the right side of me, so if I mess something up, I'll be able to look at it on the right side. That's kind of exciting. They get it top of the key. Driving is Redfern. Redfern back to the top, handing it off, swinging it right side. It is Kellen Hook. First minute in, 2-0 our score. Cardinals with the lead. As a jumper on the way for Redfern, that one's no good. Rebound goes to Pleasant Plains. And that one is tipped and stolen away, able to save that one from going out of play. A 3-pointer from the wing, that one no good. That was number 2, Dre Anderson with that shot. And trying to shoot, well, pump fake, excuse me. Thought about shooting and now losing the handle. Nearly goes out of bounds. Don't know how it didn't, but they kick it to Michael Carter. 6:23 to go here in the first. 2-0 still is our score. As they kick it left side, left wing 3 on the way. Rattles, halfway down and out. Rebound comes out to A-Town, and the Tornadoes will take over. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Slow start here offensively. Carter Redfern with it. As they get it inside, Stiegel. Now back up top. They go to Dre Anderson. Good ball movement here by A-Town. Redfern thought about a shot. Instead, he's going to cross over and go to Fouch. Now to Kellen Hook. Driving the baseline, a little mid-range jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, up and in. Drew Fouch gets that one to go. That's Andrew Fouch, excuse me. No, it is Drew Fouch. And a jumper, that one's no good. A rebound comes out. And here come the Tornadoes with it once again. They kick it left side. Kellen Hook, open 3 on the way. That one is good. Kellen Hook for 3. I got to update the scoreboard here. I'm a little slow here in this varsity contest. They get it right side. Driving, kicking it back into the corner. Corner 3 on the way for the Cardinals for the tie. That one in for number 20. That is Owen Johnson. We're tied at 5. What a good start to this one after a very slow start the first couple of minutes. Some shots starting to fall. May have to say that is toast. I was going to play with it on the laptop, the scoring system, but that's not going to happen. Nice pass, cutting to the basket. It's Drew Fouch. And Drew Fouch has got 4, and A-Town back up top. They lead 7-5. Coming up on 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-5 our score as they kick it into the corner. Driving, picks up his dribble, now kicking it back out. And shot up, no good. Rebound comes out to A-Town. Kellen Hook, Michael Carter guarding him, excuse me. Hook, a little turnaround, goes to the baseline, a wild pass. Tried to pass that one, I believe, cross court, but lost the handle and turns it over. 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. And number 25, Liam Hatfield, handling it there just a moment ago. Jumper on the way from Michael Carter. That one off the back rim, no good. Rebound comes out to the Tornadoes. 3:10 here in the first. Crossing over and driving towards the baseline. Picking up the dribble is Carter Redfern. Tried to get it back to Redfern, and he's able to save it. Nice play by Redfern, and then kick it right side to Dre Anderson. Cross court, Kellen Hook. Stiegel backing down, a little turnaround. Jumper, that one up and good. Asa Stiegel. And the Tornadoes have a 4-point lead. 2:35 to go here in the first. Right wing three on the way. That one's no good. Rebound comes out to Carter Redfern. Michael Carter trying to draw a foul there. Slight flop, I would say. As Redfern has to pick up his dribble, tries to get it to Hook, and he throws it away. Some substitutions coming in. I'll get those names here for you in just a second. As I update my stat sheet, which is going to be my spotter chart as well. That is number 15. That is Traeger Schultz, one of the new names in. Number 42 into the game is Isaiah Babington. Pump fake Cooper Schallenberg. Saw him in the JV game. He drives all the way to the basket, puts it up and in, but offensive foul is called. With 1:47 to go, that's going to be the first foul of the game. Other than that, a very well played first quarter. Michael Carter, not much rest. Is checking into the game is checking out of the game is Grady Grisham. First foul of the game on number 4, Cooper Schallenberg. And an inbound play comes out. A-Town's got it. It is Drew Fouch. Kellen Hook with it, right side. 1:35 to go here in quarter number 1. Picking up his dribble is Kellen Hook. Now Dre Anderson to the free throw line. Nice defense, a pick and a steal by Babington. Here come the Cardinals, trying to cut into the 4-point lead. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound. Nice rebound there for A-Town, number 24, Asa Stiegel. 1:10 to go here in the first. Who faced in for A-Town, that is number 14, that's Jacob Hall. Hall with it again towards the free throw line. A bump and a foul is called with 54.1 seconds to go. I tell you, once you get all the names written down, you're good, but because you can't write every name down on the roster because there's just not a lot of spots on your stat sheet. So you can write down names and that person doesn't play the entire game, and you wasted a spot that you could have used on somebody else. So me, I'm just waiting and writing down these names. 40 seconds to go, and that one is thrown away by A-Town, a little over and back. 37 seconds left, and we've got a substitution. Grady Grisham checking back in. 21, Henry Griffith into the game for Pleasant Plains. Again, a lot of these names, if you were watching us for the JV game, a lot of names on the JV. So this is a very young team, Pleasant Plains. making the trip from Springfield, which isn't a bad thing. If you get these kids some playing time, who knows what happens in their later years in high school. That's 20 seconds. Schallenberg kicks it up top. Number 15, Traeger Schultz. There's another name I haven't written down yet. 10 seconds to go. Right side, it's Grisham. 4 seconds, top of the key. 3 on the way for Schallenberg. That one is good. Just before time expires. That makes it a 1-point game. How about that first quarter? Just about as good as the first quarter of the JV game. A 1-point game as we go to the second. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live. Brought to you by MDH. 9-8 our score after 1 quarter of basketball. Very tightly contested contest. 4 points early for Drew Fouch. He leads the way for A-Town. He's the game-high scorer. A lot of guys with 3 here in this contest as well. As they get it left side. Thought about a 3. Dre Anderson turns around instead. Drives, nice pass. Oh, but an even better block. That one goes out of play. Beautiful block there by Owen Johnson for Pleasant Plains. And a nice inbounds pass. Stiegel puts up the shot. That one no good. That was a gimme right there, and Stiegel misses that one. 7:35 to go. Michael Carter's got it. Driving it towards the baseline. Puts that one up and in. Beautiful play by Michael Carter, who now leads the way for Pleasant Plains, and that gives Pleasant Plains a 10-9 lead. A bump and a foul is called on Isaiah Babington. That'll be his first foul. 7:20 to go here in the first. Let me take away those fouls after the first quarter and put 1 there on the scoreboard for the Cardinals. Their first foul. Inbound goes to Carter Redfern. Jacob Hall now with it. Back to Stiegel. Ooh, a cross-court pass is nearly stolen away, but A-Town comes away with it. Dre Anderson moving to the right side, gets it to Hall. Now back left side to Redfern. Under 7 minutes to go. 10-9 our score. Driving. Stiegel is stripped. That one goes out off of Pleasant Plains. Pleasant Plains thought they had it for a minute, but that was off of, I believe that was Owen Johnson who came in. He's got a block already here in the game, and now almost came away with that strip. Drew Fouch, or excuse me, that's Redfern, excuse me. Carter Redfern towards the top of the key. Getting it right side. Ooh, that pass nearly picked off. Dre Anderson comes away with it, but then he loses the handle. Nice pass to Babington, but he loses the handle. So back-to-back turnovers for either side. And it'll go back to the Tornadoes. Really good crowd on hand for the home opener here in Abingdon. A-Town leading after 1 quarter, but now they trail by 1. As Jacob Hall with the basketball picks up his dribble. Nice defense on him there by Pleasant Plains, forcing that one to go out of bounds. The defense there by Traeger Schultz. Just right up in his grill. What a play there by the junior, the 5'10 guard. Checking into the game here for A-Town. That is number 25, Cole Scheckler. Aiden Stromson also checking in, so the Tornadoes are going with a little bit of size here. Which is not a bad idea. Don't have heights on the A-Town starters, but not a ton of height on the Pleasant Plains side, as that one no good by Schallenberg. Rebound comes out to A-Town, losing his footing, and a whistle. Timeout, I believe, is called. So we'll take a timeout with them, a full timeout. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
And welcome back to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wanted to get a sip of some liquid in there before I came back on. I was trying to munch down my snack that I have sitting in front of me here, but in retrospect, eating tortilla chips while on the air, not exactly the smartest move. So any future broadcasters out there, if you're going to get a snack during, trying to get a snack in during the breaks, you may not want to go with the nachos. Because then you're dealing with crumbs and little pieces of tortilla stuck in your teeth as you're trying to make the call. It's a mess, you know. In retrospect, I tried to go with the pretzel in my defense, but they were out of pretzels, and I was heartbroken to hear that. Because here at A-Town, they can make some mean pretzels, I tell you. All right, enough about food. 5:35 to go here in the first half. Putting up the shot, that one no good. Offensive rebound by Cole Scheckler. Shot by Aiden Stromson. And there's the size I talked about just a moment ago. Stromson and Scheckler making an impact. Kellen Hooks got it on the baseline. That one no good. Rebound comes out to Pleasant Plains. Here come the Cardinals, leading by 1. Neither team is led by more than 3, I don't believe. Babington nearly losing the handle there. Might have got away with a walk there, too. Good defense by the Tornadoes, stopping Isaiah Babington from going anywhere. A little turnaround shot, nice play. Able to get that shot up by Schallenberg. Rebound goes to Cole Scheckler, 4:45 to go. As they kick it left side, Redfern tries to split the double team. He does, but in the process, he walked. Travel is called. Only one foul here in this quarter, so very clean game here. And now there was only 2, I think, in the first quarter. So, I mean, both sides not fouling hardly at all in this ball game, which is good. You don't want to have too many players dealing with foul trouble in what should be a very closely contested game here. Baseline shot up and in. What a play by Liam Hatfield. His first 2 points of the ball game, and the Cardinal lead, biggest it's been here today, it is 3. 12-9 as we approach 4 minutes to go. A-Town hasn't scored this entire second quarter yet. We're 4 minutes in, the halfway mark. They tried to run a little pick and roll there. It doesn't work. Good defense by the Cardinals. And now that one into the paint and on the baseline and out of bounds is Aiden Stromson. So a turnover, 3:47, to go. Leading scorer for Pleasant Plains, just 4 points. Dre Anderson, into the ball game. Asa Stiegel also checking back in. Couple of substitutions there for the A-Town Tornadoes. Very slow pace to this ball game here. Neither team shooting it all that well. Might have got away with an elbow there, and they call a foul on Jacob Hall. I guess he didn't extend the elbow, but that was close. That was a close call right there. 3:35 to go in the first half, 12-9. As the Cardinals, they've got it left side. Schallenberg back up top of the key. A three! That one is good by Liam Hatfield. And the lead grows to 6. It's 15-9. Kicking it baseline, Stiegel. Now Hall. Back out it goes to Anderson. And that is tipped and stolen away. Here he comes the other way. Puts it up and in, and a foul. Liam Hatfield, the and one. 2 points for Hatfield. He's got 7. And he'll go to the line for an old-fashioned 3-point play. Drew Fouch checking back into the game. And the free throw on the way. First free throw we've seen here today in this varsity contest. That one rattles around, no good. Offensive rebound goes to Pleasant Plains. So another possession. Corner 3 on the way. That one no good. Tried to make it a 5-point possession. A whistle and a foul is called. Asa Stiegel is bumped. And that'll be the second foul of this quarter on. Did they put that? Yeah, they did put that one on the Cardinals. That foul is on number 15. That's Traeger Schultz. Maybe a little full court pressure here from the Pleasant Plains. Kind of a light full court press. Only issue was they weren't guarding the ball carrier. Interesting. 8-point lead for the Cardinals. 17-9. Dre Anderson getting it right side. Carter Redfern tried to go right. Now he goes left. Puts up a left-handed shot. That one rattles around. No good. 2.5 to go here in the first half. A-Town still hasn't scored here in the second quarter. Driving, Michael Carter all the way to the basket. Wanted contact, no good. Whistle now and a foul, and Michael Carter will pick up the foul. That might have been a frustration foul if I've ever seen one. 17-9, 2:22 to go. By the way, feel free to get into the comments section. We'd love to hear from you here this evening. Reaction to the game, always fun to see what you guys are thinking. Well, that one tipped and stolen away. Here he comes again. Liam Hatfield tried to dunk it home, and he missed. And that goes out of bounds. I believe that's off of A-Town. Student section is letting Liam Hatfield hear it. Kind of a humorous moment there as Hatfield tried to do a little show here for us here at Abingdon High School, or excuse me, here in Abingdon. They're still shocked that he missed that dunk. If a kid can dunk, very rarely do they miss that dunk attempt. Here he is again. Oh, what a pass! Laying it up and in. Owen Johnson. Little no-look pass, and it's a 10-point lead for the Cardinals. My goodness, that was a beautiful pass. 1:50 to go here in the first half. 19-9. A-Town still with no points. A whistle and a walk. Drew Fouch thought he was fouled, but instead he commits the turnover. 19-9. An 11-0 run here in this second quarter. Good defense by Dre Anderson on that play. Tries to get that one into the paint. A lot of contact, no foul call. That's out of bounds off of Pleasant Plains. Checking back into the game, Isaiah Babington, We've got 1:28 to go here in the first half. 19-9, Anderson gets it now to Hall. A-Town still looking for their first point as a whistle and a foul is called on the Cardinals. That'll be their fourth foul here in this quarter. One more, I believe they're over the limit. Still trying to get accustomed to these new foul rules here in the, not just the state of Illinois, but really all of high school basketball. And an over and back is called. Dre Anderson turns it over, so things just continue to go from bad to worse for the Tornadoes. And this has just been a dominant quarter here so far, 19-9. You could argue it could be more for Pleasant Plains. A-Town probably lucky it's not more. 1:10 to go here in the first half. Not very often do you go scoreless and you're still only down by 10. Jumper on the way. That one rattles home. Cooper Schallenberg. He's got 5 as we're under a minute to go here in the second. Jacob Hall with it. And that one nearly thrown away, and it is thrown away. Michael Carter gets it to Hatfield. He's going to lay it up with his left hand. No dunk attempt, but Hatfield's got 9, and the lead is up to 23-9. A bump and a foul is called. Kellen Hook, I think he'll go to the free throw line now. That's the 5th team foul. That is the 3rd on Isaiah Babington, so a little foul trouble there for Babington. He will sit for probably quite a while now. 2 free throws now for Kellen Hook, who's got 3 points here today. As the first one is no good off the back iron. One more chance. Still a goose egg on the scoring column for A-Town here in the second quarter. 23-9. And that one short, no good. So there's still a cover on the rim, apparently. Under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 14-point lead for the Cardinals. Owen Johnson, he's got it. Haven't said his name a lot here in this first half. It's really been the Liam Hatfield show. We'll talk about that during the half. As it goes, nice baseline pass. Here is Hatfield. 3 seconds to shoot. Little hook shot, and that one no good. Fight for the rebound, and that is going to end our first half. 23-9, a 14-point lead as A-Town held without a point in that quarter. We'll talk about that and so much more as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
And welcome back to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call. for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH, as we are through 2 quarters of basketball and things kind of just going awry for A-Town after they took the lead 9-8 going into the start of the second quarter. Their offense was just held in check, and like I said, 9 points after 1 quarter, 9 points at the end of the second quarter. A scoreless second quarter for A-Town and a 15-0 run throughout the 8 minutes of that second quarter for Pleasant Plains, and the Cardinals of Pleasant Plains now have a 23-9 lead. Certainly could argue it could be a lot worse, so I guess if you're A-Town, you could certainly look at it in that light. When you don't score for 8 minutes, not very often do you see teams still really with a chance. I mean, this game just one run away from being a close game again, and that basketball, as we've learned, is a game of runs, and anything can happen in this game, which makes this game of basketball oh so good. So let's take a look at some of the stats. Leading the way for Pleasant Plains, 9 points for Liam Hatfield, kind of the highlight of that first half. Or I guess in his case, it was a little bit of a low light as he tried to go up for a dunk but was blocked by the rim. And the student section here at A-Town had a little bit of fun with that, but still leading the way with 9 points. A very well-played first half for the big man, Liam Hatfield. He's also got a 3 here in this game. 5 points for Owen Johnson, 5 points for Cooper Schallenberg, who we talked about in the JV contest. He's getting some playing time here in varsity, and he's doing pretty well. He's got a 3 here as well in this contest. Michael Carter rounding out the scoring for Pleasant Plains. He has 4 points. Looking at A-Town, they're not much to talk about, I guess, with only 9 points. Leading scorer is Drew Fouch, as he's got just 2 points. 3 points for Kellen Hook and 2 points for Asa Stiegel, and that's all she wrote. That's all the scoring for the hometown A-Town Tornadoes, who are in their first game at home here this season. 2-3 on the season. We'll talk about some of the games that they've had earlier in the season. We'll talk about that a little bit later on here in the halftime show. But the score, as you see it there on your screen, 23-9. We'll take another break, and we'll be back right after this as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. 23-9 is our score as we have played 2 quarters of basketball. The A-Town Tornadoes held scoreless there in quarter number 2. They're obviously going to have to change that if they look to come back from this 14-point deficit. As we take a look at the Abingdon-Avon schedule up to this point in the season, they've had some tough games, and this is another tough game for them here as they get the season started off here. They're 2-3. You know, there was a lot of buzz, and as I talked about during the JV game and early on in this game, a lot of buzz surrounding this team. Things are a little slow, but, you know, as the season moves on, Yeah, I think you're going to see some pretty good things out of these A-Town Tornadoes here. So just kind of have to sit and wait a little bit here. And maybe this could be the dawning of something great, as if you're able to come back from a 14-point halftime deficit, that would certainly do it. But they have played teams like Mercer County. They're no slouch, losing to them to start the season. They lost to Orion in a very close game. They defeated Alleman in Alleman. A good win for them. And then they also lose to they beat Thornridge, lose to Illini West. That was back on Tuesday in La Harpe. And here we are tonight in their game against Pleasant Plains. Their next home game is next week. That is a week from today. And they will take on Farmington here. And that'll be, it says a 6 o'clock start. I think that's actually a 7 o'clock start. 7:30 start, excuse me. I'm going to pull that up. It'll be a 6 o'clock start for the JV team. But let me pull up what the old schedule says here. Oh, that's the girl-boy doubleheader. That's the girl-boy doubleheader. That's going to be a lot of fun then, if that's the case. The girls will take on Calhoun at 6 o'clock here. And the boys, will take on Farmington. So there you have it. That'll be next Friday. And I'm excited. Little doubleheader action there. 2 varsity games in the same night. Nothing against the JV, but it's always fun to watch those varsity teams. It'll be the first. Oh no, I've actually got a girls game Monday of this week. TSSR Game Time Live will be here in Abingdon once again on Monday, as the A-Town girls will take on Weathersfield. 6 o'clock. The JV contest will start off, and then Friday, like I said, it'll be boys and girls basketball here at A-Town. I just saw a ref get hit by a basketball. That's always a lot of fun. One more break. This will be a short break, but going to take one more break, and when we come back, we'll have basketball. Second half of action between Pleasant Plains and A-Town underway next. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Before we start the second half, I want to say correct myself, I should say. A big shout out to Crystal in our comments section. I just happened to look down and see Crystal. I'm guessing this is the mother. Griffin Schallenberg is the sophomore. Griffin was the one that we talked about in the JV game. I've been saying Cooper is the one we've been talking about. Cooper in this game has got 5 points, and Griffin played in the JV game. So that was my confusion there. Griffin is a sophomore. Cooper is the junior, and Cooper with 5 points for Pleasant Plains there. So, Crystal, thank you so much for the correction there. Guys, got to keep me on my toes here. When I see the same name, I just assumed it was the same kid right there, but obviously that's not the case. Cooper and Griffin Schallenberg, both very talented kids. Griffin in the JV game, let me look here. Griffin did only have 2 points, but he made some good plays in that JV game. So just wanted to make that correction after one half of saying the wrong kid. That's the way it goes. Pleasant Plains starting with the basketball as we get underway here. Pleasant Plains with it, and their right side going to the free throw line. That one tipped and stolen away. Well, they're going to say tie-up, and the tie-up will go to A-Town. Update the old scoreboard here as we go to the third quarter. Kind of nice to have 4 quarters. I did a broadcast from Bushnell, and I couldn't figure out the scoreboard, how to get it off of halves. So throughout that game, it was first and second and not third and fourth. That's the way it went there on Tuesday. A 3 on the way for Kellen Hook. That one no good. Nice offensive rebound for Redfern, but he throws it away. He was looking in the paint for Drew Fouch. As double team in the corner. And that one, he tried to throw it off the shoe, but it goes right to Michael Carter, who lays it up and in. that's just the kind of game it's been. A-Town thought they had a turnover. Instead, Pleasant Plains saves it, and there was Michael Carter wide open underneath the basket. 25-9 is our score, if my scoreboard will update here correctly. Redfern gets it up top to Fouch. Now right side. Going to the free throw line. A bump and a foul is called. Asa Stiegel. The Cardinals, the Cardinals of Pleasant Plains, they have scored this game's last 17 points. They're on a 17-0 run since the start of the second quarter. Into the corner, it is Stiegel. Now Kellen Hook with it, 6.5 to go here. Hook going to the baseline, he's bumped, whistle, and a foul is called. And that should be 2 free throws upcoming for Kellen Hook. Free throws have been an issue, though, for A-Town here in this game. Crystal is the very proud aunt of the Schallenberg kids. She was the one correcting me there a moment ago. So, Crystal, shout out to you. Thank you. In the comments section, feel free to get into the comments section if you have any corrections and anything I may have had. First free throw good, by the way. So the scoreless drought is over. Kellen Hook makes both free throws. And we now have a 15-point ball game. As that one nearly tipped and stolen. Oh, it might still be stolen away. It is stolen away. Carter Redfern gets it. Stiegel lays it up and in. I don't know why Pleasant Plains didn't push that one. It was very bizarre. Pleasant Plains was just waiting for the ball to go out of bounds. And a travel is called. And a little bit of momentum now for the Tornadoes of A-Town. My, oh my, that was just such a weird play. Pleasant Plains didn't push the ball. They were just like, oh, it's going to go out of bounds. But it never did. And A-Town now within 12. They kick it to the corner. Oh, a blocking foul is called. That'll be the, I believe, the second or third foul even on the Cardinals. That foul is on number 15. That is Traeger Schultz, who had 2 fouls in that first half. That is the third foul. Wow, so fouls may become an issue here for the Cardinals if this keeps up. Anderson inbounding the ball for the Tornadoes. A kick it corner, 3 on the way for Kellen Hook. Oh, that one no good. And a rebound comes out to the Cardinals. Schultz hands it off. A couple of handoffs, and they get it to the corner. Back to Schultz. Nearly losing it. Stiegel trying to come up with it. And a timeout is called. Pleasant Plains not happy with what they're seeing. We'll take a timeout with them. Back after this, as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. 12-point game here in quarter number 3. As a timeout, Pleasant Plains calling the timeout. The head coach not happy with what he was seeing, and, you know, it's kind of noticeable even up here in the Crow's Nest that we're at right now. As the inbounds play goes, nice pass to Carter. Looks back up top. Goes to Cooper Schallenberg. Schallenberg's got 5. I was confusing him with Griffin earlier in the game, so once again, my apologies there. We're good to go now. A bump and a foul. First foul of the second half for the Tornadoes. That's on Asa Stiegel, his first. But again, as I was saying, it just looks like, oh, a little over and back right there, and that's kind of one of those plays I was just getting ready to talk about Pleasant Plains looking a little, I don't know, lackadaisical, which is kind of crazy when you're only up 14 at the half. Don't want to be going into coast mode quite yet. Now you're only up 12. And it's still a double-digit game, but one run. This could be just a 1 or 2 possession game. You never know. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. But the play, I don't know, it's just they're making plays that they weren't making in that first half. Carter Redfern with it. Nice pass. Stiegel cutting to the basket. Puts it up. That one's no good. And a fight for the rebound. And then Redfern comes away with it. 1-on-2 the other way. Puts it up. No good. A bump and a foul. (25-13) is the score. 4:42 to go. Foul called on number 4. That is Cooper Schallenberg. Carter Redfern to the free throw line. That one rattles home. So checking back into the game, Isaiah Babington. Checking out of the game, Owen Johnson. Babington with 3 fouls, so gonna have to watch that. Next free throw is up and good. Carter Redfern with his first 2 points of the game, and the lead is down to 10 for Pleasant Plains. Carter gets it across the timeline with a pass to his teammate Grisham. Nice pass, left wing 3 on the way. That one is good. Cooper Schallenberg gets that one to go, and the lead back up to 13 for the Cardinals. Here's Kellen Hook. Hook's got it, top of the key, right side to Redfern. Now it goes left side, nice pass to the baseline. Redfern backing down, good defense on him though. Stiegel turns around, a little left shot, no good, but a foul. That is going to be the 5th foul in this quarter, so it's free throws the rest of the way for A-Town, and that could be something to watch. And going to the free throw line, Asa Stiegel. He's got 4 points here today. First time seeing him at the free throw line, and he rattles the first one home. Got the barking student, which threw me off there. 4 minutes to go exactly here in quarter number 3. And that one goes off the back rim. No, I tell you what, these kids here in these high school games, they're coming up with some interesting things to throw players off. I learned that in Oklahoma when I was doing games in Oklahoma. Michael Carter thought about a 3, instead drives and loses the handle. Might have been better off shooting that 3. They kick it left side, Dre Anderson. Driving left side towards the baseline, turns around, puts up a wild shot. That one rattles home. First 2 points of the game for Dre Anderson. Lead back down to 10 for the Cardinals, 28-18, 3:20 to go here in the third. Good ball movement here for the Cardinals. They're gonna shoot a 3. It's Schallenberg, no good. Rebound goes to Stiegel. And here comes the Tornadoes. They could make it a single-digit deficit as they get it left side. Kellen Hook, 3 minutes to go. Hook getting it left side. Dre Anderson. Redfern. Now to Stiegel. Stiegel drives on Babington. Ooh, strip. Nice play by Babington. Crowd wanted a foul. Not going to get it. Driving the baseline. Nice pass, but instead it's stripped and stolen away. Nice play there by the Tornadoes. Ooh, might have got away with a travel there. Nice pass. Here's Stiegel all the way to the basket. Lays it up. No good, but a foul. Another foul on the Cardinals. That's their 6th. Either way, it's going to be free throws. Asa Stiegel back to the free throw line. He can make it a single-digit deficit if he's able to make one of these next 2. But he misses the first one off the back iron. Bumped the old microphone there. Apologies for that. Checking out of the game, Carter Redfern. Checking into the game, Jacob Hall for A-Town. Number 25, Liam Hatfield back in. Michael Carter sitting down now for Pleasant Plains. Tell you, he hasn't sat very long here when he does sit down. That one's short. Rebound goes to Babington. Oh, Babington in a hurry. He's going one-on-one the other way. A little up and under. That one is good. Isaiah Babington, his first 2 points of the game. And the lead back up to 12, 30-18, 2:12 to go here in the third. And here's Babington again. Great coverage on Jacob Hall. Pleasant Plains wanting an offensive foul. They don't get it. Pass back to Drew Fouch. Driving that one off the knee of Dre Anderson out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover. Seen a few more turnovers in this game than we did in the JV contest. JV contest, a very well-played game. This one's been a well-played game as well. Just a few more turnovers, I'd say, for both sides. I don't keep track of the turnovers, but it just feels like there's more than we were talking about in the JV contest a little while ago. Minute and a half to go here in the third. Schallenberg drives left side, puts up the shot. Oh, offensive foul is called. Who got there? That's Drew Fouch who got there drawing the charge. Cooper Schallenberg picks up the foul. And the inbound play goes to Stiegel as the Tornadoes looking to cut into a 12-point deficit. They were down by 14 at the half. So they've taken 2 points off that lead, but they're going to need to do a lot more if they hope to come back and win this one. That's Kellen Hook. Oh, might have got away with an elbow there. Rebound goes to Pleasant Plains, a bump and a foul. That's just the second foul of the quarter on A-Town, so they had some fouls to give. Jacob Hall picking up the foul, excuse me. Michael Carter checks back into the game. Also checking into the game is Traeger Schultz. 1 minute to go as it goes right side into the corner. Michael Carter, open three. That one off the back rim, no good. A rebound comes out to Kellen Hook. 50 seconds left. Jacob Hall with it, right side. Picks up the dribble. Cross-court pass it goes. Dre Anderson drives the baseline. Pass to Stiegel. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound comes out. Schultz has got it. Gets it right side. Grisham to the baseline. Top of the key, Liam Hatfield a three, no good. Nice offensive rebound by Schultz. And driving Michael Carter, turns around, kicks it, left wing. 15 seconds to go here in the third. Owen Johnson with it. Gets it to Carter, 5 seconds. Here in the third, into the corner. Johnson pump fakes, 2 to shoot. Puts up the shot at the buzzer! He gets it to go! Owen Johnson beats the buzzer! It's 32-18. What a shot! Now the officials will come together and talk about it. I think that will count. They should count that one. 2 points. Potentially? Oh, they say it was a foul as well right at the buzzer, so it's going to be an and one for Owen Johnson. So just when we thought the half was over, not so much. Or the quarter was over, I should say. Now we got to see if they're going to put any time back on the clock. 3 seconds. Wow, that's quite generous. 0.3 seconds. That sounds a little better. I was going to say, there's no way there's still 3 seconds on the clock. So, Owen Johnson will go up and try to get an and one opportunity here. There was a lot of contact on that, but I didn't hear the whistle. As the free throw rattles around, no good, and that will end the third quarter. Well, A-Town, if they want to come back and win this one, they got some work to do. Fourth quarter coming up next. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Here at A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening as we get ready for the fourth quarter of action. The Tornadoes trailing in this contest by 14, which was the halftime deficit. So both teams scoring 9 points apiece there, which for A-Town is kind of a refreshing change of pace after not scoring at all in the second quarter. Gonna have to score a lot more here, try to come back from this deficit. That one, shot up and in, Owen Johnson. Oh, they gave it to Cooper Schallenberg, excuse me. 10 points. And Jacob Hall with it now. They gave that to Schallenberg. I'm kind of surprised. I thought that was Owen Johnson, not gonna lie. Carter Redfern with it though for A-Town. That was a quick 2 points out of the timeout. 34-18. Drew Fouch, he's got it. Now to Redfern. Leading scorer for A-Town, by the way, Asa Stiegel and Kellen Hook, both with 5 points here tonight. Kind of a quiet night for the A-Town Tornadoes. As Carter Redfern, he's got it. He's swinging it right side to Kellen Hook. Pleasant Plains, their defense has been so good these last couple of, or really throughout most of this ball game here. Oh, nice little crossover by Kellen Hook, going to the baseline, putting up the shot, no good. And that'll be the first foul here in our fourth quarter. See who they give that foul on. They give it to number 5, Michael Carter, his second. Leading scorer for Pleasant Plains is Cooper Schallenberg. Inbound play, under 7 minutes to go. Oh, that one gets away from A-Town, and that goes out of play. Crystal Schallenberg, who's been chatting with us here in the comments section. Feel free to get into the comments, by the way, if you'd like to have a conversation with us like Crystal has been. She says, really appreciate the coverage and commentary. Do a great job. Well, we appreciate that. As here's Schallenberg. Nice pass to Carter, who lays that one up and in. Michael Carter getting that one to go. And they're going to check on the A-Town Tornado, who was down on the play for just a moment. But yeah, Crystal, it's really nice words. We appreciate that there, and we enjoy doing it. For any folks who may not be able to have made the trip, can certainly understand if you don't want to come over from the Springfield area. Like I said, there's no good way to get to Springfield from here at all. Springfield is that's a hike. Don't envy these kids at all. Stiegel, a little turnaround shot. Oh, they might have lost the handle of that one. I think Stiegel knows it too. Good defense by Carter Redfern as they bring it up the floor. A bump and a foul is called. As the lead is now at 18. Carter Redfern picks up the foul. That is his first here in the game. And we'll see a substitution. Grady Grisham back in. Michael Carter is out. And Grisham will have the basketball. Bringing it left to right on your screen. Kicks it left corner. 3 on the way for Schallenberg. Cooper Schallenberg with another 3. He's got 13. And the lead continues to grow. A steal. Here comes Schallenberg again. kicks it into the corner. Schultz going to try a three. That one no good. And the rebound out of bounds. Who's that one off of? It's off of Pleasant Plains. Number 42, Isaiah Babington back into the game. Checking in number 21, Henry Griffith. Checking out number 25, Liam Hatfield. He's been excellent here today as well. That one tipped by Grisham, back out of bounds. 39-18 again, our score. Didn't see who else checked out for Pleasant Plains. 5:45 to go here in the fourth, 39-18, 21-point lead. They've been dominant really since the end of the first quarter. Nice play by Carter Redfern, driving to the basket, laying it up and in with the left hand. 39-20, losing the handle a little bit. Kicks it, Schallenberg moving to the baseline. Nearly stepped on the baseline. Cooper Schallenberg, again, 13 points. He's got 3 threes here in the game. As we approach 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Schultz kicks it, Schallenberg, another three on the way. That one no good. A rebound out of bounds off of Pleasant Plains. 4:59 to go here. A 19-point game. Carter back in. Traeger Schultz, he will sit down. Just kind of playing hot potato right now with Michael Carter. Kind of using him for defensive purposes. He's been pretty excellent guarding the ball, that's for sure. Hall kicks that one, tried to kick that one into the corner, but instead it goes out of bounds. Once again, we'll be back here early next week. We'll go a little Friday to Monday action here at A-Town High School. It'll be the girls next time we make a broadcast here from A-Town. Checking out of the game, Cooper Schallenberg. Might be the last time we see him here in this game. We shall see. Inbound play goes to, well, thought it was going to go to Jacob Hall. Instead, it's turned over. Here comes Michael Carter in transition, lays it up and in. Michael Carter in double figures. The lead back to 21. 41-20. Jacob Hall, nice pass, a little turnaround shot. That one no good by Aiden Stromson. Offensive rebound, another putback no good. And here comes Grady Grisham. Quickly in transition, tried to split a triple team. It's out of bounds off of A-Town. 4:18 to go here in the fourth. We do have a foul for each side. I really got to do better at those, keeping track of fouls on our scoreboard. Corner three on the way. Owen Johnson, no good. Offensive rebound, a putback. That one also no good. Great effort by Henry Griffith. And rebound comes out to A-Town. What a screen by Cole Scheckler. My goodness, that got the entire crowd oohing and on. Cole Scheckler, he's a big kid. You don't want to mess, you don't want to run into one of those screens. It's like running into a brick wall. Wow. Pleasant Plains, I think, was thinking it was an offensive foul. It was not. It was clean. Man. The free throw no good by Jacob Hall. I'm still laughing about that. My goodness. Cooper Schallenberg getting ready to check back in, it looks like. He'll come in. And that one's no good. Next dead ball. Under 4 minutes to go, 41-20. Carter open, he's gonna take a shot, and he's gonna hit it. Michael Carter tied for the team lead. He's got 13. I mean, A-Town stepped back. He thought, why not? And he hits. I think that's his second three of the day. I'll have to look at that to make sure. Nice moves by Dre Anderson. Redfern driving the baseline, loses the handle. Carter, that was his first three, by the way. Grisham gets it to Owen Johnson. And Babington drives a little mid-range floater off the back rim, no good. Nice rebound by Aiden Stromson. And that one tipped and stolen away. A foul is called. Nice defensive play by Michael Carter. Foul, whoops. will be on. Who'd they say that one was going to be on? That is on Aiden Stromson. We got some new faces here. Traeger Schultz into the game once again for Pleasant Plains. Abingdon in. He wasn't out, but Traeger Schultz is the new name. Michael Carter might have got away with a walk there. Abingdon, this is a 2 on the way. That one strong. A rebound comes out, and a foul. Second foul. Oops, I put that on the wrong side. Second foul, excuse me. Well, we have 3 fouls here now for the Cardinals. 24-point game. Checking into the game for the first time today, number 13, that's Sean Lauder. And Jacob Hall with it, under 3 minutes to go here in the fourth. 44-20. Might have got away with a walk there. Cole Scheckler's got it. New face into the game for A-Town. I'll get to that here in just a second. A whistle and a foul is called, a block. Number 4, which we don't have a number 4. Is that Alex Fouch? I think that's Alex Fouch out there for A-Town. He's not on the varsity roster, but that is that is Alex Fouch. Jacob Hall hits the first free throw. His first point of the game. Alex Fouch was excellent in the JV contest. So he's in getting a little varsity time here. Two and a half to go here in the fourth. 23-point lead. This has been a defensive showcase here for Pleasant Plains. Top of the key, Traeger Schultz. He's going to put another one in. Matter of fact, that's his first one. Traeger Schultz gets that one to go. And it's 47-21. Jacob Hall with it, gets a semi-screen, I guess, from Scheckler. Oh, no, that's another new face in for A-Town. My apologies. That is number 15, Kyle McVeigh. And McVeigh, left-handed shot. That one halfway down and out. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Pleasant Plains. More new faces checking in. Number 12 in for Pleasant Plains. That is Luke Bauscher. Inbound play goes to Scheckler. Drives towards the baseline. He's bumped and fouled. That'll be the 5th team foul, so that'll send him to the line. In these blowout games, it's always tough to try to get all these new names in here. Kyle McVeigh, then again, one of the new faces in. First free throw in for Cole Scheckler, his first point of the game. 47-22. Checking out Henry Griffith. Another new face in. Let's see if I can get the number here for Pleasant Plains. There's a ton of new faces in there. Offensive rebound, no good. Aiden Stromson had a chance. Number 41 in for Pleasant Plains, and there's no 41 on my roster, so my apologies. Corner 3 on the way. That one, halfway down and out. That's number 30. That's Griffin Moore. And the rebound comes out. Here comes A-Town with 90 seconds to go. Free throw line jumper on the way for Jacob Hall is good. His first field goal of the game. He's got 3, and it's 47-24, 1:15 to go. Number 12, Bauscher. If anybody has number 41's name here before we sign off, let me know what it is here. I would certainly appreciate it there. Number 20 in, that is Owen Johnson. Or that's number 30, excuse me, for Pleasant Plains, Griffin Moore. Shot up, no good. And a bump and a foul called. That'll be the 3rd foul for the Tornadoes here in this quarter. 50.8 seconds to go, 47-24. Stromson. Well, they say the foul was actually on Pleasant Plains, excuse me. So that will send Cole Scheckler to the line. First free throw on the way. That one rattles out. 50.8 seconds to go. A-Town will fall to 2-4 on the season. Next time they'll be back here in Abingdon will be next Friday, a week from today. As the second free throw also no good. We'll talk about that in the upcoming games in the post game. That one swung out right. Now back to the left corner. Old number 41, nameless number 41. Mid-range floater blocked by Hall. Here come the Tornadoes. Hall loses the handle, gets it back, puts it up. Oh man, that was halfway down. Just the kind of night it's been for the Tornadoes. As they kick it left side, corner three on the way. That one's no good. I think that was Griffin Moore again getting another shot. 15 seconds. Hall gets it now to Fouch. Alex Fouch, the star of the JV contest, won't get the shot though. McVeigh with 3 seconds. Steps back, loses the handle, and that will do it. 47-24, Pleasant Plains with the win. A dominant performance as the teams split the JV and the varsity contests here tonight. We'll wrap this one up and send you home next. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
Welcome back to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH as we're wrapping things up here as the home opener doesn't go the way of the A-Town Tornadoes. They fall here tonight in a 47-24 contest in a game that was just dominated really after the first quarter, as it was 9-8 after the first quarter. In the second quarter, really turning this game upside down after A-Town led 9-8 after one quarter of play. A-Town went on to not score a point the entire second quarter. They trailed by 14 at the half and could never really recover. As Pleasant Plains, their defense was rock solid. I mean, it was an incredible night for the defense, holding A-Town after 9 points in the first quarter to just 15 points the rest of the way. That's a very tough thing to do in any brand of basketball, but a very excellent performance by the Pleasant Plains Cardinals, making the trip over from the Springfield area and taking this one here as the A-Town Tornadoes will fall to 2-4. Let's take a look at the stats real quickly here, as Pleasant Plains led in scoring by a couple of guys, Cooper Schallenberg and Michael Carter, both leading the way with 13. It was Owen Johnson with 7. Liam Hatfield had 9. 2 points for Isaiah Babington and 3 points for Traeger Schultz. And that was all she wrote there for scoring for Pleasant Plains. On the A-Town side, just not really a lot to talk about when you're only scoring 24 points. Not a lot of things to highlight here, but Kellen Hook did have 5 points. It was Asa Stiegel. He had 5. 4 points for Carter Redfern. 4 points for Drew Fouch. 2 points for Dre Anderson, 3 points for Jacob Hall, and just 1 point from the free throw line for Cole Scheckler. So that is the scoring, in our the A-Town side, the varsity side here this evening. As A-Town will look to respond as they will hit the road for their next contest before coming back to Abingdon. Let's take a look at their schedule here real quick. Who is that they play? Is that West Hancock? Hamilton. No, they take on Hamilton Warsaw. Okay, so they take on the Titans of Hamilton Warsaw next week on the road. And then we will be, that is West Hancock, isn't it? That is, I believe it is. So anyway, that'll be A-Town. They will take them on Wednesday. And then next Friday, as I mentioned, it is a boy-girl doubleheader as the girls will tell you who they play here in just a second. My phone started playing some music as I was looking at the stat sheet here. But the boys will take on Farmington next Friday night. I think the boys' game gets underway at 7:30. And the girls, their next Friday night in that boy-girl doubleheader, will take on Calhoun in what should be a couple of excellent games there. We will be back here in Abingdon on Monday for girls basketball here on TSSR, as the girls of A-Town will take on Weathersfield in their home opener here this coming Monday. And then that'll be all she wrote until next Friday for that boy-girl doubleheader. So look forward to that here on the TSSR YouTube page here. But it's been a great night of basketball. A JV game, A-Town taking the win there, 48-34, and the final score, 47-24. Pleasant Plains winning in the varsity contest here this evening. That'll wrap up our night of boys basketball. Thanks so much for joining us for our wonderful camera girl, Alyssa. My name's Wyatt Reed. It's been a pleasure broadcasting this one for you for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.